As Bitcoin continues to struggle below $112,000, I can't help but read your comments saying that I am a perma-bear, but I just trade the market that is given to me. And if there's one thing that I'm very bullish on, that is Bitcoin dominance. In today's video, I'll be giving you my outlined path for the rest of the cycle, and I'll also be taking you through some of my trades. It'll be a little bit of a quicker video because not much has changed and the path remains the same. If you enjoy the content, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So first and foremost here, you can see that the path is so far playing out to perfection. We went up as per the bounce from this bottom, we got rejected, and now we are on our way down, and I would say that this is still in progress. Right now, if I zoom in, you can see here that Bitcoin is struggling to hold above $112,000, which was one of the key pivot points that I outlined in my videos. 112K is absolutely crucial to reclaim. It is that previous all-time high set at the beginning of the year. If we can't hold above there, then we have to start targeting the range lows, which can be found all the way down to below $108,000. And I also said that if we make it that low, the likelihood that we break below there for a wick back up is high. And amidst all of this, the one thing that I remain bullish on is Bitcoin dominance. You can see here on Bluffin, you can actually long Bitcoin dominance if that's something that interests you. Right now, I'm currently sitting around $10,000 in profit on my Bitcoin dominance long trade. And if trading Bitcoin dominance does interest you, because I know it's not widely accessible across all of the exchanges, you do have that second link in my description down below. You sign up and you can start trading Bitcoin dominance immediately. I also have a fantastic promotion here where if you're a relatively bigger trader, I can get you VIP access depending on what you deposit and you start trading with. But to be perfectly honest here, I do think that Bitcoin dominance will continue to increase, and this has been my thesis for the past few weeks. You can see that on the Bitcoin dominance chart here, we are continuing to hold this crucial support level right around 57%. What does this mean for altcoins? Well, regardless of the direction of Bitcoin, whether we go up or whether we go down, which is what we're currently doing, altcoins will struggle, especially against Bitcoin. This has been a pivotal support level in the past, sending us to new highs, and so I am fully expecting Bitcoin dominance to continue to grind higher, and this is a very, very bullish weekly candle thus far for Bitcoin dominance. You know that the bull market support band is right here, somewhere between 60 to 62%, but I actually think that we will likely reclaim 62% Bitcoin dominance before we have any kind of aggressive altcoin season. And just to be perfectly clear, I will continue to repeat myself on this topic, but I still think we have one last leg to this bull market cycle. But right now, I am just being extremely patient. We essentially longed the perfect bottom and we essentially shorted the perfect local top. So as far as trading is concerned, you can see here that my Bitcoin short is also in some very, very significant profits. We're sitting at around $100,000 in unrealized P&L, and I've secured over $44,000 in profit. You'll know about this position if you are in my free premium group, and naturally it is paying off right now. If you want to join that group, by the way, that's the first link in my description down below. You click this link, you DM me the word premium, and I would be happy to onboard you into my free premium group. It's really as easy as that. The only requirement is to start trading on one of my affiliate exchange links, whether that's Bluffin or Weeks. You start trading on there as you normally would. The best part about this is if you already have an account with one of these exchanges, I can easily just transfer you under my referral and you won't need to create a new account. So if that interests you and you want no bullshit crypto insights and trade setups, which are my own personal trade setups, you have that first link in my description down below. Now back to the charts. I'm just going to be patient here. I want to see if Bitcoin can, first of all, reclaim $112,000. But you'll also remember that this was the key pivot zone for me. If we were to reclaim 114.5K, that's the point in time where I would actually consider going long. But because we weren't able to reclaim that, even yesterday with a couple of hourly bullish candles, you can see that we wicked just to around $114,000 before getting a deeper pullback. And if we take a look at the liquidation heat map, you can see here that there's still more cumulative long liquidation leverage in the market compared to cumulative short liquidation leverage in the market. So if you went ahead and entered short with me, whether you're in my premium group or you just took that action based on watching my YouTube channel, well, you can see that these positions are still relatively comfy, and we do have a ton of liquidity here to be grabbed. In my opinion, the reversal will happen when everyone completely capitulates and goes short. So if we are to go ahead and grab all of this downside liquidity, for example, we will likely see a ton more cumulative short liquidation leverage in the market. And it's at that point in time where we'll start bottoming out. We'll look for confluence on the chart. We will go aggressively long for the last leg of this bull market cycle. That's exactly how I think it will play out. But right now, it still seems like people have hope and they are continuing to add to their longs because there is obviously still, looking at this chart, more cumulative long liquidation leverage in the market compared to cumulative short liquidation leverage in the market. So keep that under consideration. Also, you can see that in the short term here on the 24-hour time frame, there is some liquidity to the upside getting built up. So of course, some shorts are starting to pile in, but this paints a pretty clear picture here. People are still trying to go long at these levels. Be patient and let it play out. So right now, my two main trades here are, of course, shorting Bitcoin, which I've been covering on the channel at length, and longing Bitcoin dominance. If Bitcoin just starts exploding to the upside here, I still think it is more likely than not that Bitcoin dominance will continue to increase. The reversal is already underway, in my opinion. Now, September is currently sitting at around a 3% gain. This was way more green just a couple weeks ago, and there's a chance here that September could go ahead and end red. Now let's see what happens here. I'm not necessarily calling for it. I'm just letting the market do its thing, and I will adjust my positions accordingly and share it with you on the channel. Pre-market right now, a little bit red for stocks, and naturally this is not good because we saw that the stock market continued to rip higher. We had gold continuing to rip higher as per yesterday's video, but the moment that we get a pullback, because Bitcoin was already weak, it just tells us that we will likely go a little bit lower if stocks and gold continue to get further downside. Now, I also wanted to touch on USDT dominance. You can see that we're also holding a pivotal trend line, and I actually drew this out several weeks ago, over a month ago, where you can see that we continue to make lower highs for USDT dominance. Every single time that we get a big pump on USDT dominance, this is extremely bearish for the entire crypto asset class. However, we get to these points where we have reversals, and when this goes down, naturally, that is very bullish. So what I think could be happening over the next few weeks to the next couple months is we will likely see USDT dominance increase. Maybe it won't even go this high. Maybe it'll only make it to around 5%, and then we will roll over, likely targeting this level, 4.5%, because we've struggled to actually confirm below there. We also have this very, very long trend line that's been going on since all the way back in 2017. Basically, my base case is USD dominance will likely continue to increase here along with Bitcoin dominance. And then as we crawl up here, there will be a reversal, and this would be a very, very bullish period in the market, likely coinciding with the last leg of this bull market cycle before we get a massive bounce here into the bear market. That is currently how I will be playing this. I also wanted to show you that today we do have the initial jobless claims, which is actually probably going to be live by the time I upload this video. Let's see what we get. Likely going to be in line with expectations, but you never know. Sometimes we get those kinds of surprises. And to be perfectly honest, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. You can see that the path is continuing to play out. And that path, if you've been following me, has been up, down, up. Now, we haven't gotten that last up part. I still think that this is actually in progress. But believe me, we will likely have another up before we head into the bear market. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. And honestly, I'm really liking the fact that we're getting the direction correct almost perfectly with our trade setups too. So if you enjoy this kind of no bullshit crypto content and I share with you how I'm currently trading this market, make sure to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video that sums it up. Basically, bullish on Bitcoin dominance, and I've continued to short Bitcoin until we potentially see lower levels. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.